Hello, this is Gerard Winn speaking. I'm a senior product manager at Xaar. Xaar is a leading independent designer and manufacturer of industrial printheads, and today I'm going to talk about some of our recent innovations in the ceramics market. As an introduction to technology and innovation, I want to talk through a model called the technology adoption lifecycle. Now, this model was developed by an author and consultant, a guy called Geoffrey Moore, in the early 1990s, and he developed this model in a book called Crossing the Chasm. Let me talk you through the concept of his model, and afterwards I'll explain why that's relevant in ceramics. So, in the model, Geoffrey Moore explained that when a technology is adopted into a market, it goes through a number of different groups, as you can see in these different green blocks at the bottom here. And he said that the different groups have different behaviors, and it's important to understand those in order to develop a technology through the life cycle. So let me explain the concepts. He said that initially a technology is adopted by innovators. You can see the bottom left here. Now, innovators, people who love technology. They love technology for its own sake, and they're very happy to try a new technology without really understanding yet where it's going to take them. They just love to try new things. So they're great beta testers, for example. Then the second group are called early adopters. Similar to innovators, they love new technology, but the early adopters are looking for some way that it can give them a head start in the market. They're looking for some way that it can give them some differentiation. Third group here, the early majority. Now, this is where things get very interesting as a supplier of a technology, because you can get into this tornado phase with a very fast growth rate. And the early majority, once you get established here, you can get this very fast growth rate. Now, the challenge, he said, is that in order to cross from early adopters to the early majority, there is this chasm where, because the early majority are very pragmatic, practical people, and they look for successes in the market before they adopt a technology. But once a technology does get across the chasm, you can get this very fast growth rate up until Main Street, when the technology has become readily adopted. At that point, the late majority buy into a technology because they want to avoid a disadvantage in the market. And the final group he called laggards, people who generally resist change to technology. Now, how is this relevant to ceramics? Well, we can look back at what's happened over the past 20 years to see how ceramics has followed this life cycle. If we go back to the late 1990s, we can see the first digital ceramic decoration machines were coming into the market. And at this stage, it was really innovators who were looking at it. There were many technical challenges, and they had to work through those. They weren't really sure at that stage if it was going to be successful. By 2007, the first machines were in the market with ink recirculation. This was really thanks to the Xaar 1001 printhead. Ink recirculation was really critical to the success of digital techniques in ceramic decoration, because the ceramic inks are quite viscous, and so you need recirculation to be able to manage those. The Xaar 1001 introduced ink recirculation, really enabled the technology to cross the chasm, as you can see in this chart. By 2012, digital decoration widely accepted in the market. Really, by this stage, many people were adopting it, and by 2016, almost full digital adoption into the market. So what happens at this point? Well, Geoffrey Moore developed further on that model in another book he wrote called Dealing with Darwin. He explained that once a technology has been adopted into a market, effectively the market is then mature. So you can say that in 2017, digital ceramic decoration, is it around here on the life cycle? It certainly seems to be. What happens next? Well, it's not doom and gloom. He said that the future, this mature market phase, will probably last, we said in many cases it can last many decades, and that will certainly seem to be the case for ceramics. We can't see ceramics or ceramic decoration disappearing. But Geoffrey Moore did point out a few things. He said that this phase is extremely competitive, and the key to success in this phase is to innovate and to differentiate from your competition. And he said there are many ways you can do that. He said you can do that either through products, through enhancements of your existing products, through marketing innovations, for example, through different experiences to your customers, experiential innovation, he called it. And finally, process innovation, looking for new ways to provide value, maybe reducing the costs of your production, for example. So many ways to innovate in this mature phase, and really that's the key. So for any of us who are involved in this market, whether you're a tile manufacturer, an equipment supplier, or even a printhead manufacturer like Xaar, important to keep innovating in this phase. So with that in mind, how is Xaar innovating in ceramics? Well, let me show you our latest products for ceramics. We have the Xaar 1003 and the Xaar 2001 Plus. The Xaar 1003 is really the benchmark for single pass print quality, building on the heritage of the Xaar 1001 that I mentioned earlier. 1000 nozzles, 3 variants. The Xaar 2001 Plus is our latest printhead, providing ultimate versatility in ceramic tile decoration. Double the performance of the Xaar 1003 with 2000 nozzles and the ability to use 1 or 2 colors, and available in 3 variants. So let me talk you through some of the key points of each of these printheads. We'll start with the Xaar 1003. So the benchmark for single pass print quality. We launched the Xaar 1001 back in 2007, as I showed you earlier on. Really established Xaar in the ceramics decoration market because it was the first recirculating printhead. We launched the Xaar 1002 in 2014 with some improvements, and now we've just launched the Xaar 1003, available in 3 variants, the GS6, GS12 and GS40C, to cover different ceramics applications. And it's building on the 1001 and 1002, and it's bringing 2 key innovations: Xaar Guard to provide reduced maintenance, and a technique in manufacturing called tuned actuator manufacturing, providing enhanced print uniformity. Let me talk you through each of those technology innovations. We'll start with the Xaar Guard. Now, the Xaar Guard, the guard itself, the nozzle guard, provides mechanical protection to the nozzle plate where the nozzles themselves are. And the Xaar Guard introduces a center strip along the nozzle plate, as you can see here in this zoom. Now, the center strip minimizes ink buildup on the nozzle plate, and what this does is it dramatically reduces the frequency of maintenance down to once per shift or less. So you can reduce the maintenance, increase production. The second key innovation in the Xaar 1003 is what we call tuned actuator manufacturing. Now, what we're doing in this process is that we're ensuring that each actuator, which fires each of the jets, is optimized, that the performance is optimized, so that when you use a printhead in a print bar, you're going to get uniform print quality across all the nozzles in a printhead, and also between all the different printheads in a print bar, so you're going to get more uniform quality at all the different grayscale levels, and also faster print bar setup, because when you install the printheads, there'll be less work to do at the start to balance the print bar. So overall, those 2 techniques, the Xaar Guard and tuned actuator manufacturing, really providing a lot of benefit to customers. And what we see is some customers installing new machines, but also many customers are upgrading. So if you have an older machine with a Xaar 1001 or Xaar 1002 printheads, why not consider upgrading to the Xaar 1003? Because the 1003 is fully backward compatible with the 1001 and 1002. You'll be able to increase your production output thanks to that improved print quality, that print uniformity. You'll be able to save costs, reduce downtime thanks to that reduced maintenance cycle, and all of that without the cost and complexity of installing a complete new machine. We do have many customers who are doing this upgrade path, and here's a quote from one of our customers, Andrea Porter. He's chief designer at Oscar Ceramics in Italy. So let me just read his quote here. With this new printhead, I have dramatically decreased machine downtime, as printhead maintenance is required only once or twice in every 24 hours. So this means I can increase production significantly. So you can see they're really seeing the benefits of the upgrade in this case. If you'd like to know more, you can go to our website, xaar.com/upgrade, where we have more information about the product, your answers to some of the questions you may have, and also we have some different case studies from Oscar Ceramics and others talking about their experience with the upgrade. Let me move on to the second product I showed earlier, the Xaar 2001 Plus. Now what this product provides is ultimate versatility in ceramic tile decoration, and three key vectors here. It provides design versatility, production flexibility, and industrial reliability, all key features in ceramics decoration. Let me run through them one by one. In terms of design versatility, the first thing to note is that this printhead features 4 rows, each of 400 nozzles. So overall we're building up 2,000 nozzles over those 4 rows. What that gives you is 720 dpi resolution. Now you may not need 720 dpi resolution for all your production, but when you do and you want to cover the highest print quality, you're able to achieve it with this printhead. You can cover a very wide range of tile designs thanks to the Xaar 2001 Plus. Xaar 2001 Plus has a dual color capability. As you can see in the image here, 2 inputs, 2 outputs for the ink supply. This means you can either have it running one color at 720 dpi, or you can also configure it at 360 dpi in 2 color mode. So this enables a very wide range of machine configurations. You can have a very high performance machine with all the print heads, all the print bars running one color, high performance machine running at 720 dpi, high line speed, high laydown. You can also have a more cost effective configuration with the print heads running in 2 colors, and therefore you can run, for example, a 4 color machine in 2 print bars, so more cost effective. So a lot of versatility in that respect. Now there are 3 drop size ranges available, the GS6, GS12 and GS40. This means that you can select the combination of print heads that meet your exact needs. For example, on the left here, the first image, if you want to do fine details for wall tiles, then we would recommend the Xaar 2001 Plus GS6C. This is the one with the side logo in black color. Why this one? Well, because it has a smallest drop size of 6 picoliters. That means you can do those details if you need to. On the other extreme to the right, you can see the Xaar 2001 Plus GS40C. This is the one with the yellow side logo. This is ideal for high laydown special effects. You can do up to 80 grams per square meter at 25 meters a minute with this printhead. Why? Because it has a high laydown, it has large drop size, so it means you can achieve those high laydown effects. And in the center here, you can see the Xaar 2001 Plus GS12C with the red logo on the side. Now this printhead provides a great balance because the smallest drop is 12 picoliters. It can also provide a good laydown, so it provides a great balance when you want to do floor decoration or floor tile decoration, for example. It gives you a good balance between the two. So typically a machine will contain more than one type of printhead depending on what you want to do, whether it's details and floor decoration. You may have a combination of the 6 and the 12. If you're looking for floor tiles and effects, you may have a combination of the 12 and the 40. But we have all 3 variants available, so you can select the combination meets your exact needs. Now together gives you a lot of production flexibility, a very powerful combination. So you can do that high print quality when you need it, up to 720 dpi, up to 7 gray levels. You can do fast line speed. You can do up to 50 meters a minute at 360 by 360 dpi. You can do high ink laydown if you need it for rich colors, intense effects. So really, as a tile manufacturer, you can manage a very wide range of production requirements, and you can adjust from one day to the next as you need. So design versatility, production flexibility. Industrial reliability is the third point to mention here, because obviously reliability is a key characteristic running in a ceramics production line. And the Xaar 2001 Plus incorporates multiple technologies to ensure that you get that maximum production uptime with minimum operator intervention. Let me just run through the key points here. TF technology is the ink recirculation technology that Xaar developed with the Xaar 1001 printhead originally, and we incorporate this into all our printheads, including the Xaar 2001 Plus. This ink recirculation at high speed with ink flowing past the back of the nozzles, meaning that any air, bubbles, unwanted particles are carried away. TF technology works in conjunction with Xaar Guard. Xaar Guard, I mentioned earlier, highly effective protection from mechanical shocks. The Xaar Guard also included on the Xaar 2001 Plus. So together, TF technology and Xaar Guard providing you reduced maintenance so that you can do maintenance once per shift or less. Tuned actuator manufacturing, also in the Xaar 2001 Plus, means that you're going to get uniform print quality between print heads, between print bars. And finally, Xaar Smart is a new technology that we've introduced with the Xaar 2001 Plus. It's an intelligent reporting capability so that the print head can report ink temperature and other print head status information to the printer, so that the printer can adjust performance in real time to deliver you the best print quality, consistent print quality throughout the run, and adjust it as conditions in the factory change. So together, all these technologies, TF technology, Xaar Guard, tuned actuator manufacturing, and Xaar Smart working together to ensure maximum production uptime with minimum operator intervention. So that was an introduction to our latest innovations at Xaar. So the Xaar 1003, the benchmark for single pass print quality, the Xaar 2001 Plus, providing ultimate versatility in ceramic tile decoration. And if you'd like to know more, you can please go to the Xaar website. You can see the link at the bottom here, and here you'll find more information about our products and the case studies from customers who are already using them. Thank you.